Hello, and welcome back to We'll Run For. This is your host, Tom, and with me, as always, are Erin.
Hello.
Michael.
Hello.
And Diana.
Hey, hey.
Gosh.
Hey, guys.
What's going on?
I think we're gonna jump right into my favorite part, our 5-star reviews. Michael, do we have any 5-star reviews?
Yeah, we actually have, I think, what do we have, one?
Oh my God, we actually have 5-star reviews.
Yeah, we have one, and we have a little shout out. But
all right.
So remember, 5-star reviews, Apple, the other ones, whatever ones do it. Tom will do 5 miles, and you could also give him a trick to do.
Which no one has taken him up on.
Oh,
Somebody's working
there's
on it.
someone
apparently.
working on
Yeah.
one, and I have a sneak peek to it, and I'm very excited.
I'm
It's coming.
in.
It's coming.
If you leave a 5-star review, I will do whatever you say. It's got to be legal, though.
So our 5-star review, I keep confusing this. I had a 5-star review on another podcast that talked about how they like to get high while they're listening to it or something, which was pretty hilarious, and I loved it and really appreciate it. But that was
Your
not
other
this one.
podcast.
Yes,
That was not this one.
it was very funny. So their lady, that is the person.
Milady.
I needed this podcast. I am addicted. People like me. God, I'm sorry. I run for fun only. I love eating, and I binge listened from the first time I listened to one episode. Well, thank you.
I think we got confirmation, right? That's Jennifer Fink on Instagram.
Yeah, that's a new friend, Jen.
Oh, she had a
Yeah.
hilarious story.
That's awesome. I can't believe she would binge us. That's a lot.
Yes.
That's a lot to put yourself through.
I would
is.
binge us.
She started at episode 1, and then I liked that when she shared us, she put us to What's My Age Again by Blink-182.
Oh.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
When I was chatting with her, just saying thanks, she said that she was listening to the first episode, and she said she still loves our questions from the Inside the Runner Studios, and that she would choose a PRP over never PRing. That's a throwback to an old episode with a Would You Rather.
Wow.
I don't even remember what that was.
Wow.
What was it?
Well, thank you, Jen, for that 5-star review. We really, really, really appreciate it.
We need to go back to listen to our first episode, I guess. Huh?
Do we?
No.
I listen to everything. We could actually do like a Mystery Science Theater thing where
Oh my God.
we listen to the audio and then comment on how groundbreaking it has been.
Oh, God.
Gosh.
I could do a shot every time I say the word like and then die.
We got another shout out from an Erin, little E Mo, who gave us a shout out on her Instagram stories. So that was fun. We've got some new listeners. I'm super
Little
excited.
emo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That was a really cool
like a little
shout-out.
dashboard confessional.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It was so funny. The radio station near us over the weekend, because it was Valentine's weekend, was doing Valen emo
Oh man.
all weekend.
Oh.
So they were playing emo music. Took me back to college.
All right, gang. What are we running for this week? Who wants to kick us off?
Well, I guess I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. We were away, as we were posting on our stories, at the beach, eating and drinking a lot. We had a lot of beach beers, and I may have gained like 10 beach beer pounds. So I need to detox and get back to a routine and, I don't know, not drink beach beers every day, like 10 of them where things get out of hand.
You also had a lot of beach miles.
Yeah, we ran every day.
We ran every day,
Yeah.
but I mean, I wouldn't say a lot. I mean, we did like 5 milers. We didn't like do any like long runs.
As long as we did, it was maybe 8.
I think we did an 8 miler.
2 8s, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was because we were at the beach and it's kind of hard to not run on the beach.
What? It's very easy to not run at the beach.
That's
Like,
true.
come on.
It's just
It was
beautiful.
so nice
it's
out.
so beautiful.
I've done it.
yeah, and that's when you sit on the beach.
We
ran-
did.
We did.
We
after
actually-
we ran.
Which we'll get into, I guess. We were going to have this conversation. We literally ran and then, or put our stuff on the beach, ran on the beach, and then had our cooler with beer sitting there for when we were done. And then we sat there for like 6 hours afterwards.
We did 2 out and backs, 4 mile out and backs, and had the chair in the middle, basically.
Yeah.
So,
Sounds delightful.
yeah.
Sounds delightful.
But it
Does
still
it-
wasn't, you can't outrun a bad diet or a bad, you cannot outrun a bad diet. So I had a really bad diet and a lot of beer.
Yeah.
There was no outrunning that last
We
week.
still haven't fixed that because we haven't gone food shopping yet.
It's
So
true.
there is that
so we did
problem.
eat a lot of Chinese
Um,
food tonight instead.
Our fridge is literally still empty.
We'll work on that.
Jumping off of that, I'm running for a down week because we actually did have about 4 weeks in a row around 35 miles. And since we really have nothing coming up that's of any significant distance, I don't know, it might be okay to take a little bit of a week low. And
Well, it's supposed to
chill on that.
rain
So it's going to be a crappy
bunch.
rainy week. So
It's cold. After running in the warm weather, we're
It's
kind of
tough, yeah.
grumpy.
I mean, we're not Midwest cold or anything, but it was pretty icy yesterday.
true.
So
Yeah,
I'm running
I do,
for a downtime.
I do a lot of clenched butt walking. I am terrified of the ice.
No.
And like I'm just I don't know. I'm so scared of slipping and falling that everything's tense and everything's like, you know what I'm talking about.
Well, we'll
Anyways.
tell you about our run in a little bit.
And our new purchase.
Yeah, we'll tell you about
Oh.
our run in a little bit. You would have been miserable.
Well, this week, and I'm trying to get back into running more because I feel like I started swimming and then I started lifting weights, and my training has kind of shifted a little bit. So I just need to run more. So, I mean, we'll get to some goal getters, but like one of my goals for this week is to do a long run this weekend. Hell or
Okay.
high water, I got to do a long run.
Yeah,
I just, yeah.
I feel you. I understand what you mean. It's hard to balance it though when you start doing all these other things. Because like when I did triathlon training, that was my biggest thing. Was like you're swimming, you're biking, and you're running, and you're trying to do all these disciplines. How do you find time to do it all?
Yeah, I'm doing like 2-a-days. But
Yeah.
like, you know, after you lift weights, do you want to get on the treadmill or do you do it the opposite way or whatever it is? I'm gonna do a long run this week.
2-a-days. You're
Yeah.
doing 2-a-days.
Gonna get swole.
Oh gosh.
Gonna get swole.
Got to make
Yeah.
sure you don't burn out that way too.
Yes, true, dad.
That's Tom's MO usually. Like he's like, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna do everything. And then like a week later, he's like, nah, just nothing. Like it's not even like I'm gonna cut it back, or it's just like just
nah.
nah.
It's
Oh,
all
gosh.
or nothing at all.
It's all or nothing at all.
Is it like what
Hashtag-
O-Tone says?
Hashtag
Is it
O-Town.
all?
Hashtag
Yeah.
O down.
Ashley Angel is on Cameo app, by the
Oh
way.
gosh.
Remember
Jamie's-
Ashley
Mom.
had a show?
Huh?
Ashley
Yeah, he had a
reality show.
Yeah, he had a reality show. Yeah. Remember the other kid was on there? He was a carpenter by that point, remember?
No.
The one who had the main singer that had the dreadlocks?
No.
Yeah, he
Alright,
was a carpenter on the Ashley Angel reality show. He went and visited him. He had a kid. He was a carpenter.
Wasn't like Vanilla Ice a carpenter for a while? Didn't he have his own home
He does
DIY?
home renovations or something.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
had like a home improvement show.
Yeah.
We're really going deep into what former singers are doing.
What singers are doing.
It's fine. It's fine.
Well, what I'm doing is eating everything. Guys, I ate an entire sleeve of Thin Mints today.
Oh, good.
That's legit.
Yeah.
Just while I was sitting here
I could do that.
eating Thin Mints.
I need to get
So-
myself some Girl Scout cookies.
We have a ton.
Oh.
We support all the children in our friend group
Mm.
by buying all of their cookies. So we have lots and lots of boxes. So,
Yep.
So yeah, that's what I'm running for. I actually got up and I ran this morning. So proud of me. Yeah. So that's what I'm running for. Thin Mints. I'm also drinking a delicious beer right now from Guinness. It's a blueberry stout, and it was a small batch from the Open Gate Brewery in Baltimore.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's cool, like that Guinness has a location here because they do like just weird, unique stuff that you can only get here.
That's pretty cool. That's fortunate to have. We
actually passed right by it the other day. I don't know if you saw it off the highway.
I was
on our way.
No, I think I was.
We were about 15 hours into our drive at that point, so he was probably not paying
I hate driving to
attention.
Florida.
Yeah, I know.
It's miserable.
And we did straight through on the way back, so it was 17 hours.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You didn't stop at all?
No.
Well, we stopped for
obviously
food
for
and
gas,
bathroom and gas. I mean, you can't.
I've never driven where I didn't stop overnight in a hotel somewhere.
We had thought about it. So on the way down, we stopped because of the storm, and we were just trying to get to a certain point so that we didn't have to worry about snow. But then on the way back, we were worried about the ice storm that was coming in.
We had to get through it.
So Richmond, Virginia was expected to still be icy, and then almost through the DC area. And at that point, if you're in DC, like if you've made it that far, we're like 2 hours from home. You might as well just come home and sleep in your own bed. So we just made it all the way up. Because we had said, it depends. If it's super late, if it's like, because by then it was like 10 o'clock. We were like, if it's super late and we're just dead tired, it's just not worth, getting into an accident. We'll just stop in that area. But at that point, we just wanted our bed and cats.
And now it's time for our Will Run 4 Goal Getters. Congrats on making your goals, you getters.
Thank you, Neil, for that wonderful intro. So this week's goal getters are Greg, who we talked about last time, was doing his 45-miler. He did complete it.
Whoop, whoop.
So that is done. He is an official goal getter. Jay Hall has just set a goal. She wants to run a sub 60-minute 10K and add more miles to her crawl team. So that's her goal she is setting going forward. And
go get it, girl.
Yeah. And you have a goal?
Yes, I have a goal. We just watched these wonderful YouTube videos. He was showing me this video of how to do hip hop. Have you guys seen this YouTube video? It's very funny. I will send it to you guys when we're done. I have seen it.
It's the most ridiculous. The white lady in the blue shirt.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. It is the most ridiculous. And so then immediately after, it goes into this jazzercise video
from like 1980,
and it's from 1982
or 82,
I think it said 82 on it.
Yeah.
And it's just this. It's like this one woman's videos, and they give little clips of it. And I've decided that I'm going to do all of the videos, and maybe I'll videotape it, and it'll be my goal to put it out there in this world.
Oh,
please do that.
Oh my God.
Please do that. It reminds me of when I used to do Zumba.
Oh God.
If you don't have a goal, you know what you could do as a goal? Our virtually live race coming up on April 10th.
Yes, and we have a handful of people that said they want to do it.
Yes.
So we're keeping track of that. We are finalizing what the medallion is going to look like.
The hoo-ha medallion.
The hoo-ha medallion. And then we've been talking about the start time because we did want to do a shared start time, and we have some interest from folks on the West Coast. So we will figure out when that's going to be so we can include everybody in our official start. But very excited. Please let us know if you want to be involved and run this virtually live race with us. The more the merrier, and tell your friends.
Yeah, we're going to try and figure out. I've been playing around with whether we're going to do like a run sign up thing or a Everbright events page or something like that, so that it feels a little bit more official for you guys instead of, Venmoing us some money for for the medal, for the medallion. I mean, I could just make a will run for it. We'll see what people are comfortable with. Maybe I'll survey the people who have already shown some interest in it and see what they're going to be most comfortable with. And we've been toying around with the design for the medallion, so I'm excited about that. It's going to be amazing, and we hopefully will have a sample of it sometime in the near future to be able to post and get you guys all excited about signing up for it.
What distance are we running?
We are running probably a half.
Okay. That's fine.
And what day is it?
April 10th.
Is it on my calendar?
It is.
I would
On
like
my
a calendar.
calendar.
I would like a calendar invitation, please.
Yes. So, and then we've been looking at some other options. We said we're going to do something else, maybe a buff.
Also, I'd like to
People
talk
be
about the
interested.
buff just for a minute,
Okay.
or we can talk about that later. I talk a lot. You guys know that.
No,
It's just
you?
I talk a lot.
I didn't know that about
And
you.
I wore a buff on my girls' run the other week, and I liked it. And then I started to open up my mouth like I do, and it was soaking wet within like 2 minutes. And then I just couldn't wear it because it was so wet on my face. And then I pulled it around my neck, and then I just had like my wet spit on my neck for 8 miles.
Oh my God.
So I cannot do the buff.
So maybe it's
Like,
not
was
for
I
everyone.
licking it? I don't understand what happened. I felt like I was just talking.
Oh gosh.
It
I
was
don't know.
so wet.
I don't really have it up very, like, I wear it when I run because I can pull it up easily when someone's passing me, but when I'm actually running, it's down.
It was so cold. I just wanted it on my face.
For
Well,
warmth.
see,
Yeah,
there you go.
yeah.
And you're probably, because it's the hot breath on with the cold air, it's probably condensating.
It was
a lot more.
disgusting.
We'll go with condensation.
It was so gross.
Oh gosh.
That happens.
All right.
God.
Well, so I've also noticed, because I was curious about it, because I know last episode you even said something about how you were going to wear a buff, and that you're not into like whether it's male or female, but you had mentioned at one point that you thought it was like a guy thing and not like really. So I've taken notice to this now, and I will say that almost all the females I know that run do actually use it as their mask. It is pretty popular amongst females.
I think it's because when I see people out in the wild not running, I never see women wearing buffs. I only see men in lieu of a mask.
Well, I
So
will.
I think that's where I have it in my brain.
Yes, and I will agree with that. Like, if you're wearing it outside in the everyday situation, I feel like women are more likely to wear the full mask versus the buff. But running, I think that a lot of women use the buff. We'll do a Instagram survey on that and find out.
Well, you can't talk. Your tip of the day. Keep your mouth shut.
Especially when it's cold, because you'll condensate.
Yeah, the condensation does build up, that's for sure.
Don't lick your buff.
That seems like solid advice. Thank you, Diana.
Words of wisdom.
You will get an education by listening to our podcast.
It's so wet.
Oh my God.
Oh gosh. So what else have you guys been up to?
It's cold. I'm so ready for it to be just not freezing and not icy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a big kind of ice event on Saturday, and it was so cold on Sunday. Like, we took the dog for a walk and then didn't feel comfortable even going out for a run. Like, we were supposed to go up and do, and it was at like later in the day. It was like at 10:30. Do like a Valentine's Day. It was kind of like a choose your own adventure, but it was basically like a 5K. And we didn't even do that because it was so icy and it was on a trail. We're like, that thing is going to be a sheet of ice.
Mhm.
Well, that's the ice. That Saturday ice is what we were trying to avoid by going all the way up home on Friday because of
Yeah.
that ice event that you're talking about. That was Saturday.
We
Yeah,
did.
I ran on the
so.
treadmill on Saturday. I feel like I've run longer on a treadmill, but this was pretty far. I did 7.5 miles on the treadmill.
Yeah, that's a good distance because a lot of people can't make it to that distance on a
I
treadmill.
can't make it that far. on a
Oh, I
treadmill.
can.
Yeah. Usually I do about 6, and then if it's any more, but I don't know. It didn't feel as miserable as I thought it would.
Yeah, I regularly used to do like 8 to 10 milers on it. I didn't mind it that much.
Yeah.
We did go out on the trail on Sunday.
I know. I couldn't believe your video.
It was so icy.
Well,
It was so icy.
I was shaming you.
We thought that it was going to be, she was shaming us. She's like, do you guys ever like just sit around and do absolutely nothing? Which on Saturday we did actually
We did
do
actually
that.
do nothing. Yeah.
I thought you got home on Sunday and then did that the next day. I was like, take a break.
No. Saturday we did absolutely nothing but like lay around and take naps and watch TV. But no, we knew that this week was going to be kind of possibly rainy and icy and mixy again. So we're like, oh, let's just go out and get a run in. And then he's like, well, let's try the trail. The trail shouldn't be too bad. But the one trail that we chose is kind of a popular trail. So,
or the first part of it is anyway.
yeah, the first section, 2 miles, because we do, I think we've talked about this. It's a lollipop. So you do like the bottom piece of the lollipop, you do like a loop, and then you do the bottom piece of the lollipop again. So that 2 miles is super popular for people to walk and walk their dogs. So there was all this compacted snow that just turns into a sheet of ice then, because it's all just compact.
And then the
Tom,
roads, all the dirt roads.
I was thinking about you. I said it to him. I'm like, could you imagine Tom out here right now at one point during the run? Because like there was a lot of clinching.
Yeah, the first 2 miles were tough.
Yeah, it was really, and then the last 2.
Well, the last 2, because the first 2 are the last 2.
Yes.
So yeah.
So it was just icy, and the treads on my trail shoes were not great at all. So I was slipping and sliding, and we maybe did an average of a 16-minute mile.
Yeah, the other 2 sections of trail were fine. They were just snow. Like nobody had been on them. There was one set of footprints
so it was
on the
crunchy.
one. Yeah, but I mean the snow had like a layer of ice on top of it too, so it wasn't like you could run through it real easy. It was like crunch, 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 and then your foot would get stuck in it because it was so crunchy. So
And it was it was just tiring.
exhausting,
It's
yeah.
like exhausting. Like every step you're like having to purposely step and then like lift your foot out of the snow.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it
The
was
dog was not pleased.
I
It was
can't.
a
Oh
flop.
my god. Oh, he must
was
have been
not
miserable.
pleased. He was pissed.
My favorite thing in the universe from the past couple of weeks of all the snow that, well, we haven't until yesterday been a part of, is all the dog videos of dogs in snow. There is just pure joy in watching a dog play in snow.
Oh, yeah. They love it. Except for
agree.
our dog.
I was gonna
He's
say,
like-
so what? I was just gonna say, so what's wrong with your dog?
He's like, no thanks. Much like his mother, he's over it.
It's just it needs to be on his own terms.
You don't
Like,
have that choice with the snow.
No, everything has to be on his end. We did take him because we live right off of a golf course. We let him like run on the golf course, but then after like 15 minutes, he was like, "All right, let's." I don't even think it was that long. It may have been 10 minutes.
Yeah.
He was like, "And we're done."
Well, so tonight we went to and picked up our online order for snow. What are they called?
Like micro spikes, basically. These ones are more made for running, though.
Yeah.
So they're a little more. They're a little smaller, but they have really good ratings.
And
so.
yeah, they're not. The bottom is rubber with the metal spikes,
with the metal spikes,
and so that the chains, so they're a little lighter for running. So after yesterday and almost dying, we decided that we were going to try these micro spikes.
I mean, the snow around here will be gone by the weekend, but we want to go up and.
Yeah, we have that half marathon that's got 2,000 feet of elevation.
So we want to go do some stuff up on the Appalachian Trail. So we got to have some spikes and stuff.
So is this something you just you fit onto a shoe that you
Mhm.
have?
Slips right on. Yeah.
We'll post a picture of them.
Yeah, you can grab them at REI or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
These literally they don't like tighten up or anything. They just stretch right over it.
Yeah. And they come with like a little bag so that you can
Yeah.
put them in your pack so that
You don't have
if
to wear them.
you don't have to wear them if it's
There's
not
nothing.
snowing, and then you can slip them on if you get above an elevation where there's a snow line or something like that.
Tom's about to buy him to walk around the neighborhood.
No,
They
they would be
actually-
great for that, actually.
Actually,
yeah.
they have ones that are a little less aggressive that
Yeah,
are meant for
yeah.
that. And when
they're called nano spikes.
Yeah, from this brand. But even these ones I was reading, look, Tom's Googling it. When I looked it up through the reviews, a lot of them talked about, like, because they live in like Michigan and stuff, and a couple of them were like, oh, taking my dog out for a walk made this so much easier. These made it so much easier.
Yeah, it just gives you that little bit of bite.
Yeah.
Nice.
Tom's like,
I'm just
very
thinking.
excited.
I'm thinking about that time Tom fell, and legit, he hurt himself. Like he hurt his ankle, but like he made me come and drive like a quarter of a mile to come pick him up. It took me longer to clean the ice off my car than it would have been. Like he would have been home for 20 minutes because the car was literally a sheet of ice. Like
Yeah.
it
Oh
took me
my
forever
God.
to clean it off.
Yeah, I
And
was
it was-
actually seeing some of the pictures and stuff from this past week of I saw Oregon, and then Alabama got some really bad ice. North Carolina,
Texas
yeah,
today.
yeah, some like really like thick ice on some people's cars and stuff. Crazy.
Yeah, I'm over it. Like
Yeah.
I'm all like treadmill now. I think I've got a girls run this weekend because every other weekend I do a girls run, and that's going to be outside. But like, I'm just done. I'm doing treadmill from now on. I'm over it. I'm done until it gets warm.
Yeah.
In our heads, we were going to be at the beach and then for a while, and then we were going to come back, and it's going to be close enough to March that we weren't going to be as miserable. But
Feel like it's going to be magically spring when I get home.
yeah, in our heads. And then we're only like 3 weeks away from daylight savings when we get back. So it's going to be like this magical time. And our
No.
first day back was miserable.
February and March are the two most miserable months of the year, and I'll stand by
Oh,
that. Like it's
gosh.
miserable. Because even when it starts to get nice in March, it's like sneaky nice where it just
Yeah.
sabotages you. It's like rainy or it's like 70 degrees and the next day it's 40. Like I hate it.
Yeah.
Like just the worst.
That's true.
Yeah.
At least like January, you're like, well, it's winter and it's going to be cold. I like February and March give you this weird false sense of hope.
Yeah, I think that's the problem, right?
Yeah. And it's weird because we only have that half on the schedule, so there's like nothing to really like train for or anything. It's like
When is that half?
I don't even know.
The end of March.
Like March 27th or March 20th, something like that.
March 27th, I believe.
Yeah.
March 7th. That's my trail 10K.
Oh,
So
There you
looking
go.
forward to that.
Oh, that's the one that was supposed to be in January?
Yep.
That got moved?
nice.
Okay.
Well, it should be much better weather.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Well, cross our fingers.
We'll see.
Yeah, I'm sad. I can't come and cheer that on because I have to work that whole weekend.
Oh, boo.
Like my company is merging with another company, so they're literally changing, I don't know, the way everyone does everything.
Oh
Mm.
God.
So so we're going through like these insane trainings, and we're doing like a boot camp for a role that weekend. So it's like 6 hours on Sunday, it's like a full 8 hours on Saturday, and then it's till like 5 or 6 o'clock on Friday night.
Mm.
It's a nightmare. So I'm going to try and cheer him on. We'll see.
We can cheer you on virtually live somehow.
Virtually
Oh.
live.
I'll you can be on the screen and I will cheer you. You hold up the phone and I'll just cheer you on.
Yeah, you can film and run on the trail.
It's true. Good luck.
Just like they do. Oh, it'll be like an Erin and Michael video.
And Tom won't be having a heart attack from trying to run on a trail while videoing. Trying to
It's we've actually run in this exact location before, so my confidence level is pretty good.
Okay.
That's good.
So then we'll get some videos.
It's like, I mean, it is dirt. It's really hard packed dirt, and then there's some gravel, and then there is some like legit trail running. But I mean, there's no elevation.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah. Well, it's all just don't trip.
Yeah.
I think there's like a creek crossing.
Oh, those are
Oh.
fun actually.
I was gonna say river, but that's no way that's that big.
A river would be intense in March. That would be cold.
And possibly raging.
Yeah. That too.
Yes.
Oh, are you going to buy shoes? Like, how are you preparing for your trail run?
I'm going to do a long run this weekend. It's the 10. Like, I feel like I could fake my way through most of a 10K.
Yeah. Have you gotten trail shoes, or are you just running on the road shoes?
I do not have trail shoes.
Okay. You don't need them for easy trails like that. Like the Potono trails that are around here, or the dirt trails that are around here, you can use regular shoes.
If it's not like hilly or anything like that.
Or Rudy or something that needs like grip.
You guys have run Patapsco before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like some of it's like that, but it's maybe 2-ish miles of the whole thing is like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So
if you're going through the water, keep those toes lubed up.
Yes. Make sure to lube up the toes.
I will lube my toes.
Yes.
So they glide and they're smooth and slippery.
What is happening? So enough about the cold weather. Tell me a little bit about the beach.
It was wonderful.
It was wonderful.
Yeah.
And actually, the beaches there are like different kind of sand than in Jersey.
Yeah, it's pretty hard packed.
So it's pretty hard packed. And I don't know whether it was like the Gulf is very seashell-y where we were. So I don't know whether it's like because the seashells like break down into the sand that it like makes it more compact. But yeah, I mean, like running here, you have to make sure you're staying where the water line is, or you can't like you sink into it and it's soft, like really soft and it's hard to run in. This was like pretty compact, no matter like even when you weren't where the water was. It was pretty compact. I liked it. It was really it was nice and soft and good. I liked it on my knees.
Yeah, we ran some dirt roads. We ran some beach. We ran some roads. We ran some bridges.
Yeah, we ran a bunch of bridges.
Ran a park.
Yeah.
Was it hot? It looked like you guys were running like in the middle of the day.
It was hot a couple times. Early on, it was a little chilly. Then late in the 2 weeks, it was hot.
Yeah.
Not hot, but like mid-70s.
Well, and I mean, you're closer to the equator, so I think it might actually be a real thing that the sun is like much stronger there. So it was like 70 degrees and it was like hot. If the sun was out, it was hot. If the clouds were out, it was like, it felt like 70 degrees. So, gotcha. But when the sun came out, I mean, it felt like it was like in the 80s. And actually the feels like on a couple of the days were in the 80s, even though it was only like 72.
Yeah. We did run later in the morning. We didn't get up like super early and go running.
Yeah.
We would eat breakfast.
It is also a vacation, so we weren't like looking to be up and out.
Yeah. Well, I know when Mark, our friend Mark, formerly of Team Shenanigans podcast, when he moved down to Florida, I remember him posting a lot about how it was taking him a long time to really adjust to the heat down there and figuring out like when to run and all that good stuff.
Well, then he also secretly may have told me that it was like 60 degrees the one day and he needed a jacket and he was embarrassed for himself. He was like, I'm like, you're a real Floridian now.
Yeah. I mean, it happens. Like one of my girlfriends, she lives down there. She was a CP with me and she came up, and I don't know, it was like late August and we went to a baseball game. And at the end of the game, it was like in between 75 and 80. It was like a beautiful like summer night. And she literally had goosebumps. She's like, I'm so cold.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. I will say that I do feel like when the temperature dropped to like 50s, it was chilly. And I think it's because their dew point and their humidity stays high even when it's at that point. It's like when I went to Europe the one time, like I prepared for 55-degree weather and brought jackets, but not like a winter jacket because 55 isn't like freezing to me. And because it's so humid there and wet all the time, it was just freezing. And so I do feel like, to be fair to the Floridians, that 50 feels colder down there than it does here in the winter because we have the much drier air here. The humidity drops to what, in the 30s and 20s here?
In the winter. Sometimes, usually, yeah.
I
don't know. I hate it all.
Yeah.
I want it to be above like 75 all year round.
I'm with that now. Actually.
Michael ruined me. I used to like think that I liked winter, and now we're all like, oh, now I'm thinking about being a snowbird.
Yeah. My job sent me to Arizona again, because there's not a pandemic or anything happening. So That's what they did. And I actually liked going out there, but I did run, but I didn't run outside because it was weirdly cold and I didn't bring the right clothes.
Oh, wow.
So like it was like during the day it was great. It was like in the 80s, but when I woke up to run, it was like 40 degrees.
Oh,
and I
yeah.
know Erin would have been fine in what I brought. I brought like a tank top and like little tiny like heat gear capris. But I was like, I can't run in 40 degrees like this. So I went and did the treadmill. But it was just so nice, like being in just 80-degree, beautiful, beautiful weather.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the hard part about coming back and then immediately jumping into that ice run yesterday. We were like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I couldn't even imagine.
I mean, it was kind of like running in snow is kind of fun, but then after a while, it's just like, ugh.
Like your shoes, like are your socks wet? Like
yesterday, my socks
Yeah.
are wet because it was deep enough that I was like sinking all like it was sinking into my up to my ankle. So. Not great.
I saw that you guys met our friends from the Run, Eat, Drink podcast.
We did. We stopped at a brewery. What brewery was that?
Three Keys?
3 Keys. We met halfway between where we were staying and where they live, and we had some beers with them. It was
really
very
cool.
fun. Yeah, we're excited that we could make that happen. We ate lots of burgers down there, and their sign when we got there said best burger in town, and they weren't lying. It was the best burger in town.
It was very good.
It
Yeah.
was very good. All Florida's burgers are all half a pound, just so you know, because every place we went, every brewery that had burgers, every single one was a half a pound burger. We're like, all these burgers are really big.
Is that like your go-to? I know Erin and I have talked about this. Like we just crave meat after a run. Like, is that like just Erin and I, or is it everyone?
I think it's pretty normal. It's the
I asked,
protein thing.
I think we talked about this last podcast. We had a nutritionist come and talk to our running group, and I asked her that question, and she didn't say it wasn't. She didn't confirm that it was normal, but she also didn't say it was abnormal.
Oh,
I think she was being polite, and she was like, I mean, people like what they like. She gave like the most PC answer.
And I'm like, I just want the meats after I run.
I do. Like, I always want a big, juicy burger with some bacon on it.
Yeah, or like I just want like steak and eggs or something like that. It's like I want all the. She's like, it's good that you want that because your body needs it. Like, okay.
Oh my God.
Aren't you supposed to do like recovery protein shakes and like, I don't know, stuff like that? I don't know. What does the nutritionist say you're supposed to eat after an actual, what's healthy to eat in place of that burger? And
there's some ratio of carb and protein, but what it was,
well,
I can't tell you
getting
now.
carbs by eating the burger bun.
True.
And I'm getting
And
my
the fries.
protein by eating the meat.
And the fries.
Yeah.
I did after I did my my 7.5 miles on the treadmill. Also, can I just talk about how when you run on the treadmill, you do not prepare like you do when you're running outside.
No.
Like like I was not physically prepared for what I was going to do. Because if I'm running outside, I'm like, oh, I need to make sure I eat something. Or like I'll drive to where I am and I'll have a granola bar in the car and then I'll bring nutrition. Like I just woke up and basically went to the treadmill. Like it's so I when I finished the race, I was starving. Like at the end of like my run on the treadmill, I was almost nauseous because I had like nothing to eat. I wasn't, I had my water and that was it. So I had like a protein shake and then went to my Galentine's Day brunch and proceeded to get a little tipsy.
All right. A couple things.
Uh-oh.
What was he going to say? No, I completely agree because like I'll go to the treadmill and I won't body glide. I won't.
Yeah, I didn't body glide. Like my butt cheeks chafed.
Like, like who do I think I am? Like, what physical condition do I think I've achieved where I don't have to prepare because it's on a treadmill?
Yeah, like I don't know if anyone else does that, but apparently when I go to the treadmill, I pretend like it's not a real run.
No, now that you say that, I think that I don't, because it was in my basement, so I don't think I ever really prepared.
No, I needed to body glide.
And I did an 18-miler once on my treadmill, and I don't think I ever prepared like that.
God.
What are you thinking? I got home, I was like, I'm so hungry, and I literally had I have these little like Adkin shakes.
Hmm.
I had one of those.
I went to the treadmill yesterday. I forgot my headphones. I had to watch SVU.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's what I watched on the treadmill this morning.
On
Is it just always on?
subtitles. They solved the case, by the way. It was very
Did they?
nice. Yeah.
Do they ever not solve the case?
I don't know.
I don't know. Has there ever been? Now we're gonna have to look that up. Has there ever been an SVU case unsolved?
I don't know. I've
sure.
never actually seen SVU.
I've used to watch it obsessively.
I never watched it obsessively. I casually watched it. I don't know. I get scared. I can't watch it.
Well, they used to have like the USA like marathons of it, so it'd be on for like 10 hours straight, and I would just get like sucked in.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
easy.
too real for me.
It's easy to do.
Well, so speaking of too real, like we've been flipping through the TV for like watching these TV show or a movie, and there's this Hulu movie called Alone. I don't know if anyone's ever seen it. We didn't actually watch it because he's like looking for this at like 7:30 at night, so it's gonna be like the last thing we watch before we go to bed, and it's like this woman who gets kidnapped and like put into this room.
No.
It's like the stuff nightmares are made of for women. And like we're already paranoid enough. And then you want to put this on the TV. And then you wonder why all women who run are paranoid and think only about being raped or like kidnapped or like put into a box.
Yeah,
because
I can't.
they make media about it.
Yeah, that's why I can't watch Law and Order, because I don't know. And my mom is crazy. Like, and I know lots of women do this. Like, lots of women are watching like Forensic File and like they were murdered in the night and all of that. My mom does it, and I don't understand how she does it. Because if I watch anything like that right before I go to bed, I'm up for 3 days.
Yeah.
It's just I can't.
Like, he's showing these previews, and I'm like, we cannot do this right now. It is like 7:45. That means it's a 2.5 hour movie, and it's the last thing that I'm going to think about before I go to bed.
No, it's awful.
So that brings up.
Oh, are you going to talk about that movie that put us in a bad mood for 4 days?
So, like, Diana's like, hey, can you pick something? We came home from something, and we wanted to put on something light and happy.
Yeah,
and I'm
said, just pick something that's nice, like that doesn't make me think, that's like a rom-com or like something like that, or like just something, just put on something nice is I think what I said.
So I picked a new Tom Holland film that actually came out in 2020.
Michael's laughing because he knows which one it was.
It's called The Devil All the Time.
And I was like, isn't this really intense? And Tom's like, I don't know. And I was like, I think it's supposed to be kind of intense.
It was intense. It had a couple of the Avengers in it. It had
Fat Sebastian Stan was in it.
Sebastian Stan, Tom Holland.
Is that like Fat Thor?
Yeah, he was in a fat suit.
Okay.
not that fat of a suit, but it had what's his name?
Dudley
Dursley.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we just watched him in something.
Oh, yeah. In
Queen's Gambit.
Queen's Gambit, yeah.
Yeah. So
it had Alice from Alice in Wonderland.
Oh my goodness, it has lots of people.
It had all of these Disney people in it. It ruined our night.
It ruined my week.
I'm not going to get into it.
I was so cranky for days after watching it.
Scary, like rapey, like
it, like all of the things,
like
murdery.
So it's
rapey.
called like The Devil All the Time because it's like set in the South in like the 50s and the 60s, and it's kind of like the father's story and then the son's story. So it's like the 50s into the 60s, and it's supposed to be they're all like super religious. So you're kind of thinking, oh, maybe it's like a God thing, but it was like the devil all the time. So it's like the devil making all these like terrible things happen. There's like a dog murder. Guys, it's no joke. Please don't watch this. It was the acting was very good. The acting was very good.
I'm sure it's a great film.
I'm sure it'll win some type of award.
Oh my gosh.
But it ruined my week.
I don't want to spoil it, but Dudley Dursley pours a box of spiders onto his own head.
Oh God.
In church.
I can't do that just because of that. I'm done.
Thank you.
I'm out.
No, you can't do it because of the dog, Erin.
Yeah. Okay, let's move past. But if you get a chance to watch this movie,
Just
Do
know
it-
what you're getting
Do
into.
it at your own risk.
Don't see Tom Holland and be like, "Oh, a delight."
Because you know what? You know the movie that he did right before this one? Onward.
Yeah,
So he has range, is what you're saying.
He does have
he was
range.
very good in it.
They were all really good.
Oh, it had the Sarsgaard that was Pennywise.
Oh, yeah, Bill.
Yeah, Bill Sarsgaard.
Yeah. It had a great cast.
Yeah, I was
they
gonna
were
say
all-
this cast sounds phenomenal, actually.
No, it's
It was just
fantastic.
very intense
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
for what I wanted. It was like it's like The Revenant.
5 out of 5 stars. Would not recommend.
Yes. Yeah, it was a great movie. Don't watch it.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. So it's not your something good for the week. That's for
That's
sure.
not my
No,
something good.
no, absolutely
oh
not.
gosh.
God, I was so mad for days.
Yeah,
Days.
well-
Like we didn't even speak to each other. I think that night after we just turned it off and went to bed. Like it.
Well, I feel like that's what's going to happen if he makes me watch this other movie. Actually, today, because I was home a little early, we were talking about, I said, well, it's 3:00 in the afternoon. I can watch something like that because then I can watch like Murder, She Wrote or something like Doctor Who or something that's not going to give me nightmares afterwards.
Well, certain episodes of Doctor Who.
Well, that's true.
Oh, yeah, true. But we're still in the lighter end of David Tennant.
Oh, have you gotten to the Angels yet?
No, we're at Martha. We
No,
just got
yeah.
to Martha, so we're still
We're like episode 3 of Martha
Yeah.
at this point.
New York.
I do think the first, what is the episode? I guess it's not technically season 1. But the episode with the kids in the mask, the gas
Oh,
mask.
Oh yeah.
That one was really
creepy.
scary.
I said
Yeah.
that to him too. That one was
That was a
definitely
great one. I
creepy.
love that one.
It scared
Yeah.
me.
Yep. Yeah. We're on a slow burn. That's kind of like that show that we throw on when there's not a lot going on.
We just went through
Yeah.
a lot of Murder, She Wrote.
We did some Doctor Who and Murder, She Wrote while we were on vacation. That was like our go-to throw on while we're like, getting ready or just sitting around at the condo making breakfast or
Yeah,
something.
it's good.
So we watched like, I don't know, almost a full season of Murder, She Wrote while we
Yeah.
were away.
Yep. Crazy
And
show.
that was back when like the seasons were like 28 to 30 episodes.
now they're
Yes.
like 24,
Really?
26 tops, yeah.
A
Yeah.
lot.
That's still a lot.
It was
like,
the 70s, they were more like 30 episodes. This
that's
was
26
late
is
80s.
still like
Yeah, it's still a lot of episodes, yeah. That's a
Who-
lot of murders.
I'd just like
Lot
to
of
have a
murders.
conversation about how many murders a person can witness in their lifetime and not think to themselves, maybe
it's
it's me. Like, if you have 26 times like 10 seasons of this, and
Maybe
you
I'm
live in a
causing it.
town, where every other week there's a murder.
Well, no, it's not always in the town. They're not in the town that much.
Well, okay, maybe not every other week.
Say
Maybe every
5
4
episodes
episodes,
a
every 4 to
year,
5
yeah.
episodes. So 6 times a year there's a murder in your town.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot of murder.
and
Did you guys
then
ever watch Dexter?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, how easy is it to get away with murder in Miami?
Apparently very
Like casual murders in Miami. Just
Well, Miami's like a big city. Like Murder, She Wrote takes place in like a beach town. doesn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
in
like
Maine,
this Cabot
yeah,
Cove,
yeah.
like little
Yeah.
beach town.
same.
Like there were 6 murders today, like near where we live in Baltimore. Like
Baltimore.
See, so Miami, you could probably get away with it. And a lot of times, Dexter picked people that people wouldn't miss, right?
Yeah.
So, like, that's the
Mm.
trick. You got to
That
be
is-
a serial killer and know who to kill.
everybody always confesses on Murder, She
It's
Wrote
true.
at the end anyway.
And it's all to Jessica, who is an author of books. And they're like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do it. And then they
You
just
got
pour
me.
out their whole life story. And you're like, she's an author of some books. She's not even the police. I'm so confused.
She also jogs to bring it back to running.
She does jog to bring it back to running. Yes.
full circle.
Oh, right.
Does she wear a full sweatsuit?
She
Yes.
does.
With a towel
Love it.
around her neck.
These fun 80 jogger
Velour.
velour suits. It's
Yeah.
great. I love it.
So speaking of celebrities who run,
Oh boy.
I have a new
Uh-oh.
game called Run Hiker Yoga.
I don't understand.
I will explain. So if you've ever heard of the game Marry F Kill, you marry someone.
You F them or you kill them.
do the
Murray?
Horizontal mambo.
horizontal mambo, or
Irregardless.
or you kill them. So you run away from them, you hike with them, which is a long, slow, wonderful time, or you do yoga with them.
So you run away from them.
Run away.
Run away
Yeah,
from them.
Yeah.
You go on a nice long hike with them, or you do some yoga with them.
Yeah.
Is yoga a euphemism?
Some stretching.
Yeah.
Is
yeah. You're
yoga
gonna yoga
a
each other.
euphemism there?
Hot yoga.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, I do groan a lot when I'm doing yoga.
So in the notes, I have put the pictures.
Oh, are they there? Hang
Yeah,
on.
yeah. Scroll all the way down to page 3. So our first Run Hiker Yoga is Sean Astin characters.
I mean, I'd do anything to all of them.
So it's either Bob, Rudy,
I have
or
a
Samwise.
I have a weird Sean Astin thing, like my entire life.
Now, see, these are running related because obviously Sean Astin is a runner. He's run a bunch of marathons.
He has.
So your choices are Bob, of course, from Stranger Things, Rudy from that ridiculous propaganda movie about
Don't
Notre
say
Dame.
anything bad about
Here's the
Such
thing.
garbage. And Samwise, of
First
course, from
time
Lord of
I
the
watched
Rings.
Rudy, I got about 15 minutes into it, and I immediately got upset because I'd never seen it before. And I paused it, and then I ran to my brother because I think I was in like high school or college, and I said, "Are they going to be mean to Rudy? Because if they are, I'm going to turn it off right now. I can't handle it." And he thinks, and he's like, "No, everybody likes Rudy," and it's true. Everyone likes Rudy.
It's true. So this is a pretty easy one for me.
Okay, let's hear it.
I cannot deal with Samwise. He's so whiny. I need to run away from him.
That's fair.
I would like to hike with Bob, and I would like to yoga with Rudy.
Would you, though?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, I'd rather yoga with Rudy than with Bob.
Hmm.
You couldn't have picked him in Goonies.
No.
That would be illegal.
We're only running, hiking, or yogaing.
Or him in what is it, 51st Dates?
Oh, I forgot he was in that. Yeah.
That would be a good one.
That
That
would be a good one.
one. Yeah.
Oh my
I
gosh.
forgot he was in it. Yeah.
So,
Oh, this is so fun. Tom, I want to hear you first.
all right, so I would run with Rudy.
No, you're gonna
No,
run
you run
away.
away
You're gonna
from
run
Rudy.
away.
Oh God. Okay. So
Run is
okay.
the negative.
Yeah,
I'm gonna run away from Bob
Okay.
because I feel like he tries way too hard.
That's fair.
I'm gonna do yoga with Rudy. And then I'm gonna hike with Samwise because I feel like he's a good partner to have on long treks
That's a good point.
across
Yeah.
any kind of terrain.
Terrain.
He's proved his
He's
worth.
pro-
Yeah, he's proved his worth.
And if I somehow go insane, he'll carry
He'll
me.
carry you.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
It's a
I feel
good
like
one.
He's
Samwise
so
is a great
annoying.
hiking partner, and there is a very long documentary that supports that.
And
This
he
is
brings
true.
snacks.
And he brings
He's the
yeah,
only one
yeah.
that brought snacks.
He did.
Sure.
That
Until
is
So
true.
for
someone
me-
throws them away.
So, well, he didn't throw them away.
No, he was tricked.
He was tricked.
It was a
So,
trick.
yeah. I'd hike with Samwise. I would do yoga with Bob because he tries really hard.
Mhm. Yeah,
And
that's a good point.
I'd run away from Rudy
I would too.
Mm.
because of the propaganda
Yes. That's the exact
in
choice I would
religious
make.
undertone.
Yeah. I would run away from him because Notre Dame fans are really annoying. Sorry, all Notre Dame fans, but you're really annoying. So I'd run away from Rudy and definitely hike with Samwise. And yeah.
I can't stand Samwise for some reason. I've always had an issue with his character.
Yeah, but he's a good hiker.
He's just
He's
so
literally-
whiny.
I like how he's the
so
whiny one.
whiny.
Like
Have you not-
everyone says he's like the best character in the entire
I
Have you
series.
know.
not paid attention to anything that came out of Frodo's mouth?
Ugh.
The
They're
whiny
all
one.
so whiny. They're all so whiny.
They needed a female with them, honestly.
Yeah.
All right. So our
That's
next
why they were such a mess.
our next run hiker yoga is a little more of a stretch. These women were all on the run from the law. We of course have Helen Slater from The Legend of Billie Jean.
I
So
have
good.
no idea what
so
that is.
good.
We have Thelma and Louise. I don't know which one's which, but we have Susan Sarandon. I know who Susan Sarandon and Gina Davis are. I just don't know which one's Thelma and which one's Louise. So we have Susan Sarandon as one of the two, and Gina Davis as one of the two, and Helen Slater as, of course, The Legend of Billie Jean, who was also Supergirl.
I don't know that person.
All right.
You ever hear the Pat Benatar song "Invincible"?
Is she Pat Benatar?
It is from this movie. It's a great film. You should watch it. Yeardley Smith is in it. Christian Slater's in it.
Yes.
No.
That guy from Back to School,
Yeah, he's in it.
Rodney Dangerfield?
his son
What?
in Back to School.
Yeah, who was in Christine?
God, you guys are old.
I'm on the phone trying to figure this out too. So apparently Diana and I are in the same boat.
Oh, we're gonna
Well,
watch
I've
it.
seen Thelma and Louise.
You got to
And
watch
Gina Davis.
Legend of Billie Jean.
Gina Davis gets it with a super young, hot Brad Pitt.
Mm.
So you're gonna yoga with her?
I don't know. No, you have to yoga with Susan Sarandon.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
obviously.
Yeah.
Have you? You know, tennis. They are so big.
All right. All right.
I mean, I guess I'll hike with this Billie Jean character since I don't know anything about
That'll be
her, and
Helen Slater.
I'm gonna, I guess, spend some time with her, figuring out who she is.
She's also in
that's lovely.
Secret
So I'll
of My
hike with her.
Success
Oh yeah, she is in Secret of My Success. Yeah.
She looks a little bit like Allison Brie.
in this picture.
In
yes.
that picture, yes. In the other pictures that I'm looking at, no.
No.
But I will hike with her so that I can get to know her, and hopefully I'll like her.
Oh, that's nice.
And then that means I'm gonna run away from Gina Davis. Sorry, Gina.
Sorry, Gina. These are tough choices. I feel like this one because they're all pretty good.
Yeah, I didn't.
Is it the character or the actress?
The character.
Oh.
See, because I want to talk to Gina Davis about Beetlejuice, but if it's the character, he doesn't know anything about Beetlejuice.
She doesn't know anything about
Age.
Beetlejuice.
I was going to say the same thing.
I'd hike with Gina Davis because they were on an adventure,
True.
and then I'd run away from the woman that I know you've said her name several times, but I still don't know what it is.
Billie Jean. We'll call her Billie Jean.
All right. I'm running away from Susan Sarandon specifically because of this picture.
No, that picture's really good. She wants it. Look at it.
She
It's
wants
in
to
her
yoga
eyes.
with you.
I'm going to do yoga with Billie Jean, and then I will hike with Gina Davis.
It's good. I am gonna yoga with Susan Sarandon, hike with Gina Davis, and run away from Helen Slater because I'm not sure if she's even of age in that film.
Oh boy.
So
Oh.
Well,
Good
now
point.
you tell us.
the character that is not
Good point.
She definitely was as an actress, but the character I'm not sure. So
I feel like she's not.
All right, I've already scrolled and I know who I'm yogaing with.
okay, so
on
our
the
next one is fully running related. We all know who Steve Prefontaine is, I assume.
What?
So we have
No, is that serious? Do people know who that is?
people don't know who's all right. Look, you're listening to a running podcast. If you don't know who Steve Prefontaine is,
Have
Wait.
you? I mean,
Don't use Diana's
you're
knowledge.
listening to a running podcast is debatable. I mean,
debatable.
like,
he was a great Olympic runner, early Nike, like the beginning of Nike. There was 2 films about him, died in a car crash. So
Stephen Prefontaine was an American long distance runner who competed in the 1972 Summer Olympics.
yes.
He helped inspire the 1970s running boom.
Yep.
He died at age 24 in an automobile accident in Oregon.
wasn't that Caitlyn Jenner?
No.
The only
God.
reason why I know him is because of the films. It has nothing to do. There's a movie made about
Well,
him.
that's
Two
Billy
movies.
Crudup, isn't
Yes.
it?
So here's our choices: the real Steve Prefontaine, Jared Leto as Steve Prefontaine, or Billy Crudup as Steve Prefontaine.
Wait, what are these
obviously.
movies? Like, give me the names of these movies.
I think
One is literally called Prefontaine.
the Jared
I think,
one
right?
is called Prefontaine. Billy Crudup one, which came out a year later, is called Without Limits, I think.
Yeah, the one with Jared, I'm pretty sure I've seen just because I was in love with Jared Leto. So I mean, obviously, I'm going to yoga with him. I mean, that's not even like
So are you running
a question
with Jared Prefontaine, Billy Prefontaine, or Steve Prefontaine?
Well, I'm yogaing with Jared Prefontaine.
Okay.
Do you remember at the very beginning of the pandemic, Jared Leto was on some meditation journey in the desert for like 6 months and then came out. It was like, there's a pandemic.
Yes.
It was the best.
Yes.
It was like the most Jared Leto thing to ever happen.
Yes.
I do
I
remember
love
that. Yeah, it was amazing.
I was a like crazy My So-Called Life fan.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And Jared Leto was like everything.
He was it.
He was everything. Yoga with Jared Leto.
Yeah, I do yoga with Jared Leto. Although Billy Crudup isn't bad. So
Yeah.
I'd hike.
I'd hike with him. Poor
Poor Steve Prefontaine.
Steve is getting run
Rest
away
in
from.
peace, Yeah.
I don't know who you are.
Wow. We're not a great running podcast, are we?
Was Caitlyn Jenner not a runner? What does Caitlyn Jenner do?
Yeah.
Decathlete.
A what?
Decathlete.
What is a decathlete?
Where they
Oh
do
my
10
God.
things.
What?
All the,
It's like the track and field
the
stuff.
field events.
Where they
yeah.
like throw the thing and then they
Guys,
do the
I'm
javelin and they do like all the track and field stuff.
And that was
they do
I'm
the
not
long
sure if
jump.
I set
76.
the expectations for myself on this podcast very well.
And that was 1976, not 72.
I actually didn't know what he did either, so don't feel bad. I did know that event included all the different events. I didn't know that was 10. Is that what that beginning part stands for?
Because it's D.
D?
Decathlete.
As
Deca.
10?
10.
Oh, 10. There you go. And now you know.
Yes.
You
You
learned
learned
stuff.
something.
At that time, Bruce Jenner, of course, 1976 Olympics. Maybe supposed to be 1980. I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, moving
But
along.
I don't know.
I feel like
I
we've
don't
spent
remember.
a lot of time on this one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's.
I'm gonna run away from Prefontaine. I will hike with Billy, and I'll do yoga with Jared.
Wow, we're
yeah,
in,
those sound like fair
we're. I
choices.
feel like we're all in agreement on that.
Okay.
That was a unanimous choice.
Mhm.
All right, now we have. All right, so here we have, of course, Arnold from The Running Man.
So good.
Forrest Gump from Forrest Gump, who ran across the country, and of course Rocky running through the Italian market in Philly.
I've got mine immediately.
Go
All right,
for it.
You go.
You kill Rocky. Wait, you run away from Rocky.
Oh, that is the wrong choice.
No, he's rapey.
Oh, well, okay. What, Rocky the character?
Yes.
What? I don't remember the movies.
He gets a little handsy on his first date with,
Oh, yes, you're right. Yeah,
with
yeah,
what's
the
her
first
name
Rocky,
after
yeah,
showing
yeah.
his turtles.
Yeah, you're right. Yep,
After
yep, yep.
showing him her dirt.
Watch Rocky; it doesn't hold up. But
No, you're right. You're correct on that.
Keep
God.
going.
And then
Good point.
you, of course, you hike with Forrest Gump,
Mhm.
and then you yoga.
Man,
with
but he wouldn't
Schwarzenegger.
shut up then.
No, because no, it's fine because you.
I don't know,
can't yoga
Diana. I
with
feel
him.
like Diana could talk Forrest.
I 100% could
Yeah,
out talk
I mean,
Forrest.
I'm pretty sure Forrest might run away from her. I'm in agreement with Diana.
That's probably a good choice. Yeah, I forgot about that Rocky scene. Probably not great. Man, I really don't like Forrest Gump though. The movie.
You're
not
gonna
specifically
yoga
the
with him?
character. I'm gonna yoga with Arnold because this is prime Arnold right here at Running Man.
Mm.
He's
It's
in
true.
he's
Yeah.
in some skin tight outfit in this picture.
Look at
We're,
that
we're gonna
youth
have to post these to our stories.
Maybe I'll hike with Rocky. And I gotta run away from Forrest. I really hate that movie a lot.
I mean, you wouldn't have to worry about him being rapey to you, I guess.
I guess, yeah.
So
Okay. So our next one, actually, all three
Wait,
of
I didn't go.
Oh, you didn't go? Yeah, okay, go ahead. Go. Sorry.
I would do yoga with Forrest because honestly, it would be hysterical. like, have you ever been in like a group fitness class and like one person is just
Oh my
like
god.
asking dumb questions and just doesn't know what's going
He's
on?
taking yoga literally in this scenario.
How else am I supposed to take it? I would run away from the Italian stallion. And
That's
then
fair.
I would definitely hike with Arnold because I'd have all kinds of questions for him.
Okay.
Well, it's the Running Man you'd be hiking with.
Oh, well, yeah.
Either way.
Either way.
I've never seen that movie.
It's such a
No.
good movie.
All right. Our final one. Actually, all three of these women are marathoners.
No.
We have Terry Hatcher, Alicia Keys, and Natalie Dormer.
And we're not doing their characters,
No,
right?
these are just
because
they're
I would run
actual-
away from her.
Oh, that's the Game of
Yeah,
Thrones
Game of
picture.
Thrones picture, yeah.
Fair enough.
So
Yeah,
that, I mean, that wouldn't have
no,
been a
these
question.
are the actual people because they actually ran marathons. So that's
Oh.
why I chose them.
I'm gonna run away from Terry Hatcher. I'm gonna hike with Alicia Keys, and I'm gonna yoga with what's her real name?
Natalie Dormer.
Natalie Dormer.
Yeah, I think that's what I'd do.
I'm the exact same.
Yeah, I think I'd do that as well. I feel
Yep.
like a
Because I
hike.
just want to spend time with Alicia.
Yeah, I feel like a
that's
hike with Alicia Keys would be
that's what I was
amazing.
just
Yeah.
thinking. Like, I would want to spend as
Yeah.
much. Can it be like a real? Like, can we backpack and go on like an adventure for
She'd
days?
probably sing like
Oh my
campfire
gosh!
songs.
Oh gosh, it'd
Imagine.
be amazing. Yeah.
She'd wear all this makeup. Wait, no, that's not her thing.
Oh gosh.
But I don't know. Terry was in that Superman show with what's his name, Dean
Dean
Cain,
Cain.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I used to watch that when I was a kid.
Yeah, so
I
did
watched
I.
it. Yeah.
I wonder if that's worth a rewatch. Does anyone watch that?
I haven't seen it recently. I don't know. It might be fun and campy-ish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Michael, that was delightful.
That's run, hike, or yoga. You can play along on Instagram.
Yes, we'll post these 5 pictures, and you can comment and let us know whether you'd run, hike, or yoga with them.
And we're just talking about the physical sports, right? Like these aren't euphemisms that you should read into, because if they are, I'm not doing yoga with Forrest Gump. I'm just saying. What am I signing up for, Michael?
Oh.
I don't know. You never know. Yoga. He might be a good yoga partner.
Could be.
That's true.
Just
Life
ask
is
Jenny.
like a box of chocolates.
Yeah.
Have you
Oh, that
guys
was
seen
fun.
what couples retreat where they do the couples yoga? That's what you're signing up for.
Oh,
God.
that's delightful.
Oh.
All right. I guess we should move on to something good.
I had trouble with something good because I feel like all we've been watching is the same thing that we have been watching. Like, we picked up Mindy again. I'm still suffering through Lost. It's just a lot for me. But like, now I'm invested and I kind of want to know.
Mhm.
But I'm not.
Oh, good
but
luck with that.
my problem with Lost is I'm not rooting for anyone.
Oh, that's
like-
tough. Yeah, that is tough.
Like,
But you're rooting against.
but I'm rooting against
several
a lot
people.
of people.
Yeah.
Like, I want bad things to happen to certain people.
I get
Like
that.
when, spoiler alert, the show's 10 years old. When Michelle Rodriguez died, I was so
Oh, yeah.
excited. I
Mhm.
couldn't
Mhm.
even like handle it. Like, I
Yeah.
almost cheered.
I
Because-
think most people did, even back when it originally came out.
Yeah.
She was just awful.
Yeah.
Not her as a human. The character was bad. But like, so we've been suffering through that. I did watch Bling Empire, which brought me a lot of joy. Which is a reality show on Netflix about it's kind of like Crazy Really Rich Asians, but in real life.
I think that I saw. Yeah.
It was hysterical.
Okay.
There's like one not rich guy who like wants normal things, and they all just crap on him the whole time. So I enjoy that. Yeah. I don't know. I've really got nothing good this week. We did watch. Tom had never seen the Brandy Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella, so
Oh,
I
wow.
made him watch that.
That just
'cause
came out
he-
on Disney Plus, right?
Just came out on Disney Plus. They did
Yeah.
nothing to it. It looks like trash, but it's still a delightful movie. I feel like I'm complaining a lot. They didn't remaster it at all.
Yeah,
Hmm,
for
that's
a
weird.
for a something good, this doesn't sound very good.
It's not. It's nothing good. But I love the Brandy version, and I've watched it twice since. And I have it on DVD, and I love that movie. And I love every version. Like, I used to have one on VHS when I was a kid from the 50s.
All right, so that's your something good.
I guess that's my something good.
Well, my something good is new music. One of our favorite bands is the Foo Fighters, and they, I think last Friday or something, had a new album come out. And it's called Medicine After Midnight or Medicine at Midnight, but it's got a handful of really good running songs on it.
Oh, nice.
The very first track is called Making a Fire, and that's got a really good tempo for running. So yeah, if you like Foo Fighters and you're looking for new music, check out the new album. Cool. That's what I got.
Well, while we were away, we watched the New York Times framing Britney Spears, and it was enlightening, to say the least. I mean, I was, gosh, I am literally the same age as Britney Spears. Our birthdays are like less than a month apart from each other. So I grew up very much in the Britney Spears era, and I loved Britney, but I don't know that I understood her breakdowns, because I was also in high school and I didn't really care in college. So I was very self-centered about like my life. So I didn't really care about Britney's life. I knew she was falling apart, and I was like, oh, media is making her look like a crazy person. I guess she's a crazy person. I don't really know. But her music is still good, so I'm just going to keep listening to her music. And that's mostly what I cared about. So, I mean, I knew obviously about her relationship with Justin Timberlake. I knew that the media was, always after her, making her look like she was crazy. I knew that the media was always talking about her being too sexualized and all of that, because we would wear clothes that looked like Britney Spears, and then everyone would tell us that we were awful, terrible people also. So I understood it, but I don't think that I really fully understood how bad it was until I watched this documentary. And now I am 100% on the Free Britney, #FreeBritney bandwagon.
We haven't watched it yet. We really need to. And I love her. And I've seen her in concert multiple times. And I've just always been in love with her. And I was very much on board with the Leave Britney Alone video when that came out.
Yeah. I mean, I knew that video, and I knew like that she was in this conservatorship, and I knew some of it, but I don't think I understood the depth of what it meant and how they explain it and what exactly it means for her life, and the amount of stuff she has done since she's been in this. And I don't want to completely spoil it since you guys haven't watched it yet, so I want you to view it with fresh eyes. I didn't quite understand how deep it went until I watched this, and how sad it really is to have no control over your entire life as a 39-year-old. So I highly recommend it, especially if you're in mine and Diana's age group who kind of grew up in this era of watching Britney Spears and all of it. I loved it.
Is that a dig at how old I am?
Yes.
Free Britney.
Well, my something good is a wonderful superhero movie coming to HBO Max called The Justice League. We are getting the Snyder Cut. Finally.
You cannot have your something good continue to be something you haven't seen.
I have seen the trailer.
His trailer is a Snyder Cut trailer.
The Snyder Cut trailer is out. It looks amazing.
It does actually look pretty good.
It does look good. The Jared Leto stuff looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually never even watched the other one that was released after, Zack Snyder was originally doing Justice League and had to drop off of it because of tragedy in his family. So I never watched the original one anyway. So it'll be fresh for me regardless. And
regardless. The trailer or the movie?
The movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm ready for the Snyder Cut.
Oh, the movie is not good.
Well, that
but
version
the
wasn't.
Snyder Cut is probably gonna
because
be
of
good.
Marvel.
Yeah,
that was because a Marvel guy did it, and those movies aren't good.
Oh God, we're not getting into
I
that.
so want to tussle with you about the Marvel, the MCU.
It's so funny. We were watching Endgame for like the 90th time on Saturday
Oh,
night,
God.
and halfway through the movie, Tom just screams, "How can Michael not like this?"
It's
He's-
just
You know,
like
I don't even think he's seen Endgame.
We can
I don't ha-
agree to
Here,
disagree.
let me do.
We don't have to
Here,
get
I'll
into
do
it.
my
No,
impression
stop.
of
No,
Endgame.
stop.
Character comes on screen.
No.
Quip, 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 quip. End of the world. This is serious. Next character comes on screen. Quip, quip, quip. This is serious.
You're not tussling right now.
Sorry, that was my Marvel impression.
As opposed to what?
Man of Steel is awesome.
Oh my
This
God.
movie's so dark. You can barely see anything.
The world
It's
is dark.
so serious. The world's gonna end. I saved it, but I'm still angsty.
Oh my
Well,
God.
it was a
That's
This
tragedy.
is the
DC.
worst conversation I've ever been a
that's the
part of, and
DC
I'm
universe.
over this.
Oh,
This
man.
is supposed to end with something good, and you guys are like,
All of you.
Guys, 10 million
I-
people.
I talked about new music.
I talked about.
You talked
10 million
about,
people died, but look, I'm Iron Man and I'm cool. Zany, zap, zip, bazinga.
Don't say bazinga. Don't drag him into this.
I'm sorry, Marvel people. I apologize.
You know what? Everyone is entitled to their own opinion.
No, they're not.
All right. I guess that brings us to the end of this episode.
My God.
If you're still listening, thank you for
They're
listening.
not.
Please continue to interact with us on social media. Tag us in your stories. Tell us what you're running for. If you'd like to be on an episode of Inside the Runner Studio, shoot us a note. We would love to get more of the folks in this community on those episodes.
Guys, Goals.
Go ahead.
Goals.
Yes, your goals.
You got to
for
give us your
goal
goals
getters.
for goal getters. It really can be anything. It can be simple, like I want to drink like 2 cups of water a day. I don't
I would
don't
think
know.
more than that. You should at least be
I-
doing cups of water.
8
a day.
cups
I
of water
have
a
not
day.
been
I meant
drinking
to
my
say-
water, by the
I
way.
wanted
There's a
to
goal
say
update from me.
Oh, no, you haven't been on the water train?
I don't know. I want to eat 12 tacos and be like, roll run for
Yes.
tacos. I don't know. I just, I want to eat healthy this week. Actually, that's my goal.
Yeah.
I'm going to actually try and eat some vegetables this week.
Yeah, we have to do that.
Yeah. So, yeah, we need some goal getters, guys. We want you guys to set some goals. And even if you don't accomplish it, like Jen Hall, right away, just let us know what your goals are so we can cheer you along while you're on your way to
Mhm.
getting your goal.
Exactly.
This is Tom, and for Erin, Michael, and David. Oh my God.
Michael David?
Wow.
We've really gone off the rails. This is why we need a topic. Anyway.
Bazinga.
Bazinga. So this is Tom for Erin, Michael, and Diana. We will see you later.
Bye.
Bye. Bazinga.
Oh my gosh. I can't.